Hello, hello, my friends. Oh, PJ and Matt have switched somehow.
Haha.
I fixed it.
I'm the
PJ's the
dungeon
DM
master.
now.
Aw.
And I hope we are all doing wonderfully tonight. We are here for tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands AP here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. But before I let Matt take the reins, I have a few announcements. Number one being our Christmas special this year, which is going to be run by Matt on a Wednesday night. We have some artwork here. Matt, if you will be so kind as to tell them the title in 3, 2, 1.
This to whatever Christmas day we're doing it, Garl's Christmas Miracle.
Oh my god.
So
I'm looking at the logo.
It will be opposed to last year where I did some sort of ghost Christmas spookiness. This will be a lot more heartwarming and possibly bone breaking because Garl.
Heartwarming and bone breaking. I feel
Also,
like
because
fire.
I can't help myself, I need to say that art's not finished. I can do better. Give me time.
But when Matt sent me that teaser, I had to show it because it looks so wonderful. Also, tomorrow night, we're probably going to do a very chill bonus stream because the only way that I can justify letting myself play the new Minecraft update for more than an hour tomorrow night is by streaming it. Then, of course, on Wednesday, we have the next episode of The League of Amazing Adventurers. Join us this week as we come back to our main characters, to Garl, to Nim, to Lynx, as they find themselves in an ideal world with no badness and happiness for everyone. It's a Baba Yaga-induced illusion. It's going to be fine, though.
Should we read into the fact that you very specifically did not mention Cassandra there?
Oh, that makes me nervous.
Then, of course, we have on Friday the Calling Chronicle, the beginning of that tournament arc that we're doing in that one. Then back on next Monday for some more Adventure Path with the Strength of Thousands, and keep an eye out. I'm going to see if I can convince everyone, though. I want to, and sometime in December, get everyone together and do some more Among Us, because I thought that was great fun. And maybe we can even get like Zoe and PJ involved and Rose involved and get everyone playing together. I think it'd be fun.
I was so slighted and persecuted.
Well,
You truly were until you truly weren't.
ooh.
And then you had it coming.
I only had myself to blame.
And if you want to see that, you can check out the clips on our Clip VOD for a very fun moment between Matt and Marshy. But those are all of our announcements. So, Matt, why don't I hand things over to you to tell us what we're doing tonight, and then we'll roll the intro and we'll get started.
So, last week we kind of bumped around the campus with our two students, just did some fun extracurricular stuff. We helped someone try out a glider. We held a surprise birthday party for a single mom. Just some general fun times around campus, the kind of stuff you get up to when you're at college or university. But this week, our students have been at the school long enough and they've managed to avoid, messing up or exploding themselves because, that happens at magic schools. And now our dear cadre of adventurers and students are going to be advancing to the second rank of their education. They're going from initiates to attendants. And a big part of that is the first masking ceremony.
Mm-hmm. And who are our new students? Who are our students, Matt?
I don't know. This is my first time. McKenna, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is McKenna Ray Tynan. I am playing Avi, little Nyctera Sprite Witch. And tonight I am drinking horchata out of a mug that says I do not speak Icelandic in Icelandic. Cheers.
Nice.
Okay then. PJ, who are you bringing to the masking tonight?
Well, my name is PJ McGaw from Nat 20 Productions Official. You might see me in the chat. I'm playing Benji the Basenji, the stage magician magus, I did not understand the assignment, and I have nothing in my cup. So I'm gonna have to go fix that with some coffee in a bit.
Well, what
I
does
like
it say on the
mine.
cup?
Oh, this is Capitol Conference Center. I used to work for a government agency when I was in Virginia. It's okay. They've been since been liquidated. I can probably talk about some of the projects they made there. Uh,
Maybe later.
maybe later. Yeah.
This makes me now want to invite my friend Julian on to a show. I hung out with them in LA. I played Magic with them, but they were one of the developers for Disney Infinity. If you remember that.
Oh,
game.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney government organization.
Same thing.
I don't know, Will.
Same difference.
I don't know, Will. Until you introduce yourself, I'm not convinced you're a real person who has friends. So introduce yourself.
Well, luckily, I am a real person. My name is William Banner. And tonight, I am playing Igora, the lovely Gripply summoner of our group, a frogman, who Zoe is so wonderfully done makeup for. They even got the sage lines correctly, which is wonderful to see.
And speaking of Zoe, who, due to her excellent costuming work tonight, is extra real, why don't you introduce yourself and your character?
I am Zoe. I'm extra real. I go by Zosie Pose on the internet. In my cup today we have paint water,
Don't drink that.
but I won't drink
I
it.
will cheers to that.
It's a
Hold
nice,
on, I'm an
lovely
American.
Igora
You can never let
blue.
a cheers go uncheered. I'll be right back with
I'll
coffee.
cheers with my eyeliner water here. Bing.
And I am playing Ophelia, the Whisper, Elf Bard, and ready to bring some music to life today, like every other.
And around that also, I am Matt. I am the DM tonight. I am drinking just unknown tea out of a very large glass mug. And I play everyone who isn't a player character and a few that I've had to make up. But anyway, we got a lot of stuff to go through tonight. This is a big moment in their lives for our students, so I want to get to it quickly. So, Will, please go ahead and run that intro.
Here we go!
Oh, same. Mm-hmm.
We're back.
Cheers.
This morning with PJ.
Yeah.
I
What's the
think-
weather look like out there, PJ?
Cold.
Fair.
Very. But yes, we are back, my friends.
It's gonna rain.
It's running sideways.
Stop sign comes and hits the person.
Uh,
Anyway, so just to give a little bit of extra info to people watching, the first masking. To advance to the rank of attendants, initiates must craft a mask during their first masking ceremony. This ceremony involves genuine and often lengthy work, as the students each craft a mask under the eye, and sometimes the aid, of their teachers. There's one blank mask present for each initiative going through the ceremony. Although made of plain wood with simple eye slits, the masks have magical transformative potential. Containers of cloth, beads, and feathers, and various metals are all going to be supplied, and you can incorporate these materials along with shaping the wood, and this allows the initiative to focus their experience and aspirations into the mask's final form, magically shaping it beyond what mere craftsmanship can produce. It's almost like giving yourself a glimpse of maybe what your future aspirations are that you're maybe not even aware of. But before we get to that, it is the morning of the masking ceremony. Igora and Avi went out and did some shopping the other day and had some interesting encounters. But if you guys want to, we can just kind of assume that that Benji and Ophelia also did a little shopping. Why don't you guys let us know if you had any special materials you wanted to gather for your masks, and then we can do your bit well after.
Well, let's see. I definitely wanted to get something like a red soft fabric, like a satin, or maybe even like a velour. I want to get some wood and maybe even, oh gosh, like alabaster or porcelain, like a type of clay that I can mold and dry. Lots of paints, glitter, a deck of cards, and I want a little golden like sleigh bell.
Okay. Nice.
I'd say all that in the time frame that you need, it maybe sets you back all of like 2 gold.
Perfect.
Ophelia.
Okay, so I went and I have a very clear vision in mind for what this mask is going to look like. So I need lots of feathers, I need lots of glitter, I need lots of dried and fresh flowers. I need like very shiny, like pink and white and kind of like purplish fabrics, maybe like some satins to make fake flowers with as well. And you said that there was metal there, correct?
Yeah, there's various, non-precious metals.
Okay. If there aren't like thin sheets of metal, I would get some thin sheets of metal as well. That's it.
All right. And as you guys kind of gather together just to share what you all got together and maybe give a little hint what you're planning, Will?
Yeah, Igora kind of like is very nervously kind of like standing around the common area as everyone comes in. And they just kind of look up and they say, hey, everyone, before we get going, here. And Igora will dig into their bag and they'll start pulling stuff out. So first they'll pull out this purple glass orb that Avi you saw me buy, but it's now been reshaped slightly into the shape of a plum. And he just hands that to you, Avi.
Oh, cute.
And then those blue gemstone earrings he pulls out and hands those to Ophelia.
Oh.
And then for Benji, he takes one of the bones that he had bought with the horns, and he pulls that out, and it's kind of like turned into like not like a smoking pipe, but like a prop pipe for you. So like you would blow into it and smoke could come out of it.
Oh, this is so cool.
Like, I just want to say thank you. You guys have all been really just wonderful for me. And just wonderful friends, and no matter what happens, I just want you all to know that, and I want you to have a keepsake in case I'm gone after today.
But
Why would you be gone?
And then Igora pulls from their backpack a mask that's already made, but it has 2 large cracks in the top. This is the reason I'm at the school. This mask belonged to a man who came to my home, and because I was coming of age, I was tasked with not letting him leave. I try to take his place, but I don't know how things will react to it, so I just puts it back into the bag. I just wanted to know that you guys were all just thank you. And then Igora starts kind of booking it towards the ceremony.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. It's okay. I get it. Look, you had to do a lot of... Listen. Can I metaphor with card tricks for you? I think I got a good metaphor with a card trick. Oh, it's gonna be good. Give me a second.
Okay.
And I get my deck of cards and I just start shuffling them like fast. And I say, listen, sometimes you're a card in a deck, right? And you're trying to figure out who you are, because you're 1 out of 52. But what does that mean? Are you the Joker?
Are you the rules card? Who even has that? No one needs that. What is a rules card? No. Sometimes you think you're, and I pull up one. I'm like, sometimes you think you're the king, right? King of diamonds, but then you realize the king is just answering the 10 other cards that are telling them what to be. And really, if you just kind of take a second, you realize you're just the ace. You think you're all alone, but you're just who you are. You're not the other 52 cards who tell you what to do. You're just the one who are who you are. Everything that happened back then, that's not you. You're the ace of spades, and you're yourself, and you're no longer in the deck anymore. So, don't worry about that anymore, okay?
Thank you, Benji.
You're part of our family.
And it's at that Igora kind of just breaks down and just starts to like lightly sob. It's like, thanks everyone.
I motion for a group hug, and Avi goes in for a hug.
Pulling for a group hug.
Yep, I'm down.
I kind of burrow into my fuzzy body and I'm like,
Igora, as the group hug is going on, you feel kind of a little thump on your the back of your leg, and you look down, and the big rooster is there.
I was just like, oh, am I about to be murked by this rooster?
So he gives you a little thump with his head on your leg, a little nod, and then goes back to your room and somehow manages to close the door behind him.
I've been feeding him a lot.
look, when you're that strong and stubborn of a big black cock, you just accept that they're gonna do whatever. Like they're just gonna like make the door close. All right, they control reality.
He's on the protein.
He's on the protein. He's the whey rooster.
He just
Oh boy.
not even like liquid in it.
Could everyone either give me a society check, or I suppose in Avi's case, a Magambia lore check, or Nintambo lore maybe?
Ooh, societies. I'm
Society,
good at that.
you say?
Igora is still weepy a little.
We live in a society.
We live in a society.
Live in one.
Ooh, 18 up.
I didn't agree to that. I didn't vote for your society. Then Avi, so you know that the masking ceremony is going to be taking place in a building called the Tireless Hall. Pardon me. The room is called the Tireless Hall. In the building, it's called the Golden Snake, a serpent person, also known as the Tireless Guide. Tireless Hall is often the site of lengthy rituals or ceremonies, as popular rumor holds that participants are less likely to become exhausted within its halls. Whether that's true or not, teachers whose classes are reputed to be dull sometimes arrange to hold lectures in the Tireless Hall, hoping to make their students less inclined to sleep through class.
I guarantee you I would fall asleep anyway.
Tireless Hall's principal auditorium is the site of the first masking ceremony. It is a large wood-paneled auditorium that can seat more than 100 people. It's located on the building's ground floor, with its southern end below ground to accommodate the ranks of benches that ascend to the north. I will switch us to this map, because I've been looking at it for the last, how long. Now, we might have the weird lighting thing on. Let me know if you guys can see it.
I see a black box.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Lighting thing, yeah.
I'm going to then place y'all on it so we can maybe get some visibility going.
Boop.
Okay.
Boop.
Oh, mm-hmm. There we go.
All right.
Boop.
Though, Will, you may want to put people in the stands down there.
I will do that. I just dragged them onto the map so they could see.
Why do they have lighting on this map? That's weird.
Memento, I'm waiting for it to refresh because I think that might help. It is not helping. Oh, I mean, I see my face. That's bad.
May need to reload. Roll 20.
I just did that and it did not do anything for me.
We're good. We're at least on my side. We're good.
I'm Gucci.
Boop. Better?
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
There's just also a lot of tokens on the table.
Nice.
All right.
There's a table. Sacrificial table.
Oh, there we go. That's much more visible. All right. Gonna get my thing open because I reloaded again. Okay. So, so I placed them here. Your Spire mates, who have all dressed up very nicely in their finest duds, including the two little ones who are in their cute, like what it looks like when children are dressed up.
Monkey suits.
Yeah.
Monkey suits.
And at the up in the second floor stands, you guys can see a couple of your family members have arrived too to witness this all. Yeah. Once everyone has assembled, Teacher Ott begins the ceremony with a short speech about what the students are here to do today. So, today you will make your first true mask. Every student's mask is an embodiment of their learning and a reminder of the idea that, over time, people gain other names and faces. Although a mask is worn over the face, it is a reflection of who a person is underneath, as well as a visualization of who that person hopes to become. The person beneath a mask has flaws, as all people do, but they also have hopes, dreams, and memories that define them. Like, opens his arms and gestures to everyone in the room. We shall work together to make your first true mask, the expression of your spirit within. What you do with this mask is up to you. Some wear it proudly and at every opportunity, a sign of who they have become, with their souls writ plain upon their faces. Others choose to keep their masks secret and safe, cherished and shown only to those they trust most in life. Many find somewhere to fall in between. The ceremony itself will be conducted in several parts. First, the initiatives will come forward with their cohort and will begin with the teachers the rituals necessary to mold and create one of these plain masks. The task is an artistic one, of course. For painting a mask or adorning it with beads or feathers or other materials is an artistic task. But your hands will be guided by your spirit. Its final shape is what you will it to be. You will then hold your mask, meditating upon its meaning, as the rest of your cohort completes their masks. Your mask may change shape in your hands as you meditate. This is not unexpected, and it means your mask is attuning itself to you. Then, at my signal, all in your cohort will don your masks as one. You see the urn there? It is a receptacle for your beads, if you wish. You will not need to wear them any longer, for when you don your mask, you cease to be an initiate and become an attendant of the Magambia. Essie Dejana, come forward with your cohort. So, comes with the cohort groups that are found within the dormitory that aren't you guys. Ankarut, Gisere, and Essie are first. Then Ignacy, Okoro, and Tenzue. Then Abram, Mariama, and Nuxolo. Each group takes about half an hour to make their masks and don them before returning to their seats. All the teachers actively help the students to shape their masks, particularly Takula, though you do notice that Corday reserves her aid for those students she likes, including Ankarut, Shizere, and Abram.
Good.
She just doesn't even seem to notice anyone else doing anything.
Ankarut.
And then it is your turn. So you guys approach to the front, and you guys can place yourselves on the stage if you wish, where the materials and everything are.
As we're heading up, I just kind of like pull us all together and I just gently hum to give us all some courage.
Oh. All right. Now, because the teachers are there to aid with you guys, and this is more of a thing of artistic expression than, trying to reach some sort of weird standard or something, there's no check required to make your masks.
Nice.
So...
But we should be on the stage, right?
Yeah, you guys feel free to place yourselves on the stage, probably kind of in the center. That's where all the tables are, I think, with all the materials. So yeah, if you guys would like, you can each take a moment. Well, I'm going to start. I'm going to go with Will, PJ, McKenna, and then Zoe. That's just sort of the order on my screen. Um, if you want to give a brief description of sort of what the final shape of your mask takes,
Yeah.
and
So,
whether or not it changes at all as you meditate. Excuse me.
so Igora pulls out that mask, which, upon like closer inspection, you can see is very similar to Gama's face. And he takes the gold that he had bought, and he like gets the help of a teacher to melt it down to basically use the gold to fill in the cracks. And then those 2 antelope horns that he had bought, he puts those into where the cracks were as like horns coming out of them. It said that antelopes symbolize like being action oriented, on the move, quick wit, sensitivity, being like kind. So he wanted those horns to like just kind of like use as a signpost for themselves. And yeah, so like this like now half mask, this kind of has like a bit so that you can still see the mouth and the lower half of their face, has like these like lovely like antelope horns that are just slightly curled up, and other than that it's like a smiling frog with like antelope. It's like a horned frog but with antelope horns. That's the best way to put it.
I like it. PJ.
So Benji is going to think a lot about kind of his internal mission statement, which is magic is wonderful, but it's real. And in that reality, we lose the beauty of lying to ourselves. We lose wonder, and we lose the hope that wonder gives us. And he's using that passionate message to mold the mask. And as he's doing that, he's trying to put himself in his stage magic work into it. So he makes the whole thing. First of all, he makes the mask so it actually covers his dog nose included. So it goes the top half of his face and his snoot. And he uses the white alabaster to kind of create like this kind of textured cover to that mask. And then he kind of divides it in half. And on one side paints the whole side red. And he puts a heart with some of the satin that looks very like red and fiery. Because he knows that besides like the fire, like the flash paper, the fire, the lights and pyrotechnics, he also knows that fire is where his people come from. Fire is what brought the Basenji to Magambia. So it's still a part of who he is. On the other side, he paints it a deep black, and then he puts the ace of spades, but like in a neutral white, because it's always the one person standing alone, by the individual, who they are by themselves. And he kind of brushes the white so it looks scratchy, looks like fur, like his grandfather Bonojo. When old age sets in a dog, their fur goes from a golden rusty fire to just a nice white as the color almost leaves their face. And Bonojo was the one that let him go to college in the first place, got all the good boy tokens together. So I want to be who I am. I want to be the hope and the wonder that we're losing by having this amazing gift, but I also want to be my grandfather who inspired me to this moment. And then to give back to everything, on the end of the nose, he takes that little jingle bell, because when Basenjis go on missions with humans and they're good boys, they have little bells so they don't get lost, but so the humans know when there's trouble about. So he puts a little jingle bell on his nose that everywhere he goes, there's always a jingle. And it kind of has like this nice sheen at the end of it, and he presents it as is when it's done, with the red velour on the inside so he can wear it for as long as he wants without agitating his fur.
Well, to be clear though, at this point you guys aren't wearing the masks yet.
That's for later on. That's for later, because I'm for sure going to break out. It's going to get...
McKenna / Avi next.
Avi takes her little bat hands and pulls out the like orchid purple beads in the air dry clay and starts to work the clay around the beads just above the 2 eye slits in the mask, almost creating like a second pair of those eyes. And she starts to shape the rest of the mask to have ears and a little cat nose. And then she starts to paint little blue swirls, and it slowly takes the shape of a Dwemer cat, which is a type of animal. It's a fey cat that kind of congregated around her colony growing up. Basically, Dwemer cats grow with exposure to fey magic, not necessarily with the passage of time. So they would benefit from, being in proximity to this coven, and they would benefit from their protection and their companionship. And I think Avi Avi meditates on that symbiotic relationship, the importance of helping others and also accepting help from others. And I think she also meditates on the fact that Dwemer cats are known to be dangerous, and there are many things that are not known about them, but that does not mean that they cannot make good friends and companions and cannot be helpful. And I think she meditates on that as well.
Lovely. And last, but certainly not least, Ophelia.
And a quick question. So while we're meditating, we're not wearing the masks yet, correct?
No, the masks, putting on the masks is the last part of the ceremony for each group.
And that's when they would really, you said, may take form to...
There's the two parts to the making of the masks. There's the actual intentional crafting, and then there's a period, especially if you finish before everyone else does, where you just kind of hold the mask and meditate, and then kind of unintentional changes can also happen.
Okay. So when Ophelia goes up, she's a quick little wink to her mom, who's in the audience, and she pulls out this mask, and she starts painting it like stark white and adding these satin little flowers to it with beading, and on one half of the face, it's very like Venetian looking. There's just like a big metal like butterfly wing coming right up it, and then on the other side it's just all flowers on one side, beaded tassels, and sparkles everywhere, very pink, very white, very purple, all of her signature colors. And she thinks about how the butterfly stands for spiritual rebirth, transformation, change, hope, and life. And while she is creating this mask, she really tries to send out as much love and life to her cohort as possible. And as she sits there meditating with this mask in her hands, a song kind of comes to her, and she just starts singing. I wait for you, I don't know why. All I know is I can't hide this temperature. You could take over my mind like awesome love. You softly touch, he draws me in. I'm powerless. She possesses an enchantment. Tell me I'm forgiven. She calls, don't know how I fell under she's weight. And then as she is working on this mask, the one butterfly starts kind of morphing the feathers that she had used into multiple butterflies. And then the complete bottom has just turned black.
You know what? Everyone, as this is lovely bit is happening, give me a perception check.
Oh.
You as well, Ophelia.
Oh, me too.
Good on that perception check.
Ah, okay. So, Ophelia, uh, as you are kind of quieting down from this magical moment of yours, something kind of bothers you a little bit. You kind of hear some sort of grinding sound. Like, and you can't see, it seems to be coming from like the walls, and you're not sure what it is, but Teacher Ott doesn't seem to notice or pay any mind. So, he, seeing you guys have all completed your masks, kind of directs you to face your assembled classmates and teachers and family and friends, and, gives you guys a nod. The moment comes for you guys to don your masks. And as you guys don your masks and you look out on this wonderful hall at the smiling faces, you can see a few of your family members clapping. Ophelia's mom has a little like flag on a stick that she's waving, and she's just like she's holding like she's dabbing her eyes. And you guys are looking out through the eye slits of your masks. Avi, you kind of look around, and your eyes kind of drawn for some reason to one section of the wall that seems to be swelling inward. And as you're like, what is that? Bursts out of the wall. Wood and stone go flying, and then you realize it's happening everywhere. Holes are suddenly exploding out of the walls of the assembly, and huge beetles, gigantic beetles, bigger than Ophelia, who's actually, I realize, the biggest member of this group, just crawl out of the wall. And behind them, the worst than them, these huge beetles, you see they are just the thing that has made the hole. Behind them are writhing masses of all sorts of different insects.
Why are there so many bugs?
And the hall, it's everywhere. You see, suddenly, your family members are suddenly now being menaced by these things. The teachers leap to defend the civilians, and you see your fellow Spire dormitory mates are now quickly getting over the surprise and flinging spells at these bugs, and the bugs are launched them. And right behind you guys, the section of the wall behind you, I'm just going to move these up to the proper layer, and then I have to move myself back to the proper layer. Giant beetle bursts out of the wall, followed by giant centipede. Giant centipede. Weird beetle buzzing in the air.
Bug. That's what
Yep, and we are going to have to roll initiative. Let me get the tracker up on the board. Please remember to select your character before rolling initiative.
Oh, I finally rolled good.
All right, giant Goliath beetle. What do you got for me? Ooh, yes, good boy, good boy.
Bad boy.
Now here's a
Matt,
question.
are you able to roll in the open?
If you give me a second, I can fix this who you are.
Sure. I have to get the different bug profiles up on my screen, so that's fine.
Okay, let's see. I need to find creatures, monsters, giant centipede. Never whisper rolls.
There's so many bugs in this book.
There are.
I mean, I know we're in this really cool magical place, but like, we only fight bugs. How come we don't fight like magical talking?
Can I continue rolling, Will?
In 1 second, I just have to finish up fixing the flash beetles.
Sure.
The flash beetles are fixed. All the bugs in this encounter are fixed. It's a raid.
We got a raid. Raid.
Cheers, raid. We're fighting bugs.
Yeah.
There's so
No,
many.
I think chat was making a joke about like the
Yeah.
raid.
Oh, the bugs are raiding
No,
us.
the bugs are coming from another channel. All right.
This is the first time I haven't had Gamma out at the start of combat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Flash
this
Beetle
might
the
be fun, you
first.
guys.
Flash Beetle the second. Then I'm going to switch over to the giant centipedes. Giant centipede first. Giant centipede the second. Okay. 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 All right. Now the bugs have tactics that I have to follow. So
no.
Bug tactics.
Don't like that at all.
all right. So we start appropriately with the giant Goliath beetle, which just sort of seems to like tilt its head slightly side to side as if tasting the fresh air, and it is going to just lumber over to the closest thing, all of 5 feet to Benji.
God, I hope it doesn't
And
work.
it's gonna like open its huge mandibles, something icky dripping off of them, and is just gonna try and chomp down on poor old Benji.
Benji.
That's
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 Avi,
Avi.
I think.
Oh, sorry, Avi.
Yeah.
Sorry, Avi.
all creatures look the same.
Oh, actually, hold on a sec.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know what? That is not incongruous with its tactics, so we're gonna ignore that. 17.
Does hit.
Okay. I'm just gonna do the second attack. 14.
Does not hit.
All right, so the damage for the first one, 16 piercing.
The 17 rolled a 13.
Oh, it did do the damage? Yeah,
Yeah, it
sorry.
does all the damage.
All right, ignore that though, and then. So 13 piercing.
13.
All right, we move on to this giant centipede. And what do the centipede's tactics? Centipede is going to look for something a little more interesting in terms of prey. And what's their movement? 30 feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so that's going to be 2 movements. So it's going to go after, it is actually going to go after Benji this time.
Oh no.
It is going to make a mandible attack as well. Clickety click, it wants your bits. 24.
Ugh. That is not a crit. That is a hit.
Okay. All right, so 1
God.
piercing damage, but I'm going to need you to make me a fortitude save as you feel something burning in the bite.
God damn it!
No. I'm a wee boy. All right, hold on. Let me roll this.
This anti-bug stuff at all times.
Yes, let the hate flow through you.
Yes. All right.
Oh,
how bad is that?
Benji, you have gotten some tough hide these last few encounters. You just kind of like, I'm not getting poisoned today. Today's my special day.
Yeah.
And so you just take the 1 damage from the piercing. And that brings us to Igora.
Yeah. So Igora is going to spend their turn summoning Gamma. And the way that does that is now you'll notice the mask begins to glow a little bit as Igora says, Gamma, reveal thyself. And then Gamma pops out right to there. I think it was within 30 feet. So 5, 10. Right to there. Hopefully I'll get every bug coming at Gamma now. And that's me.
All right, that brings us to Avi.
Well, I'm going to pray to my patron that this thing does not have a fucking, attack of opportunity, and I'm gonna bugger off way over there, I think.
It does not.
Thank the gods.
What's
I think
that?
that's technically 30 feet. There we go, perfect.
Just as a sidebar too, the reason no one else is helping because there are just so many bugs in here.
They're doing civilian.
Teacher Ott personally right now is dodging like 3 of these giant beetles on his own. He's just bobbing and weaving and like using mirror image and all sorts of crazy spells, but he's being swamped.
You'll love to see that. Then I think I will do a knowledge check with discern secrets, because that's 1 action.
Okay.
And then let me know what I need to roll for this knowledge check.
It's just an animal, so a nature check would be sufficient.
19?
I think that's good for...
It's 15 plus CR.
That's good for one question then. You just made it then.
Immunities?
It is not immune to anything.
I'll take it. Then that's a good thing to know so that I can Needle of Vengeance it.
Ooh.
And I'll...
Will save?
Yeah, it's a will save for the big guy, I'll say.
22. Not a crit save.
Yeah, but I think it doesn't work.
Swing
Because
it.
I think it's a save or nothing.
All right.
Well, it's whenever it makes an attack, it has to do the save.
That's true. That's true. So... Okay, I think I'm going to have it against... We'll say Benji, because I can't do it for Igora, or I can't do it for Gamma right now, because Gamma's not out.
Yes, Gamma's right here.
Oh, did you summon him?
Yeah, I summoned Gamma.
Oh, I was mixing it up with one of the bugs.
It took my entire turn.
I'm very sorry. I still can't do it because he's, I believe, 30 feet away.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I will give it to Benji. So if this big thing attacks Benji, he needs to make another will save.
Anyway, I believe that's all your actions, yes?
Yes.
That brings us to this Flash Beetle, which the Flash Beetles are cowardly little son of a guns, and they specifically like to flank things that other things are flanking. So it's just going to spend one action to run to there.
Perfect.
And it has this... The Flash Beetles have a very long text talking about their aura. It doesn't actually say what the aura does, other than, I guess, produce light.
Yes, they produce light.
They could have just said that in one line, opposed to 8. Anyway, it's just going to run up and try and do some mandible strikes on Gamma.
Okay, you need a 16.
Mandible first.
Misses.
14, nope. Second. No, even worse.
Misses.
Okay, that was a quick turn. Benji.
Okay, so I am going to proceed.
Ophelia, you're next.
All right, I'm going to use the cantrip Gouging Claw onto this guy right in front of me. All right, this dude right here. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can kill this guy with it. Because where's my hidden character sheet? There we go.
That is a centipede.
Bells. Don't have it on this updated version. No big deal. I'm going to basically just do a roll to hits. Confirm what my bonuses are. It's the same as my spell. Cool, that's what I thought. All right, so it's going to be a +8 to hit. Rolling. Don't roll it in the stream, PJ. That's a bad place to put that. Okay, so 1d20 plus 8. Okay, does a 22 hit it?
On the centipede, yes. Not a crit, but it hits.
Awesome. Okay, so it's going to be... minimum damage 5. 5 damage as my hand kind of turns into this glowing, burning dog claw, and I scratch into it.
Well, it does seem to upset the bug quite a bit. It's really scurrying around. It looks very agitated now. And quite hurt.
Well, with my last action, I'm going to activate the... Can I activate the shield cantrip on the same turn of cast another spell?
Yeah.
I've always been confused about this.
Yep.
Cool.
It's all about the actions, not necessarily the type of action.
The
Good,
action
thank God.
economy is in your favor.
So
You know,
I'm
just
sure
doom them
gonna...
all, well.
I'm gonna gouge and claw them, and after that, I'm gonna cross my hands like this, and you're gonna see this giant Ace of Spades card come up and protect me as I cast the shield spell. Yeah, and I'm just gonna hide behind it.
All right, Ophelia.
All right, Ophelia's gonna keep up Bard Song since it was already up before this. There's like a quick little recant of that enchantment song. And she is going to do a quick shield on herself. That's a catnip. And then she is going to Forbidding Ward our lovely friend Igora, which will transfer over to Gamma, correct?
Yep.
Do you want...
Please against the Goliath Beetle.
The Goliath Beetle!
Thank you.
Against the Goliath Beetle! So that's a +1 to your armor class, and saving throws against Biggie Boy.
Yay.
And Ophelia's shield is the form of a giant rose with
Oh,
thorns.
Nice.
oh, I'm so glad none of you moved.
I don't like that though. That I'm not a fan of hearing.
So next up is the farther giant centipede, which for a second, actually, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have enough of this.
Spit on us.
Swarm him.
Giant centipede, this one, because they have tactics. And what's the movement? It's going to have to spend 2 movements. It's going to get sneaks past teacher Ott, who's too busy.
Oh God!
And is going to make 1 mandible attack on Avi.
Sorry, honey, you look real tasty.
15.
Well, it doesn't hit, thank God. But why?
They specifically have tactics that they go after people at the back.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Next up, the Flash Beetle looks like it's ready to just do some flanking action, but there's a weird kind of chittering noise from the giant beetle, and instead it moves specifically down where it's almost like in the hole where it was. It gives up its flanking bonus at the seeming direction of the giant beetle.
Because the biggie one wants it.
And then it's just going to make Flash Beetle profile. It's going to make some attacks on Gamma. Mandible the first. 10.
Yes.
Nope. Mandible the second. 18.
That will just hit.
All right, so that's 2 piercing damage to Gamma as its little Flash Beetle-y things hit.
Yep.
And now we get to the fun part.
Bring it.
So it's going to use 3 actions.
Oh,
Use
it's going
trample.
to fucking trample us. God damn it.
And that's why the Flash People need to get out of the way, because it's going to go over here, so it gets Igora, and then it's going to go over here, catch all ya, and then end its trample on top of... thank you guys for making a wonderful L shape for it.
Jesus.
So everyone needs to give me... what is the
believe it's a
DC for
reflex.
this? Reflex save. Basic reflex save.
Okay. Igora fails. Gamma
Wait,
succeeds.
with a 12?
Sorry?
Oh, on that one, I guess it really wouldn't. Well, because it's against the biggie boy. So
Yeah.
you would get, but even then.
Oh,
Nah, I only have a
Jesus.
+5, so I'm not going to bother re-rolling it. Oh, well, Gamma succeeded. So.
I mean, I have a good reflex save, but
What do we
like,
need for a success?
yeah.
19.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll roll again. Why not?
I'm on the fence.
What does it mean when it says Oh, I guess medium or smaller would still technically include me. So it couldn't trample a large creature.
Yeah.
No, it can only trample things smaller than it. Where does it actually give me the trample damage?
For now.
It's the
Is that the
attack.
foot?
Yeah, it's the foot attack.
Okay, so I just do roll this, and this attack will get everyone unless you pass the reflex save.
Yeah.
Elia did a sick backflip.
Well, you take half, so 6, and then so 9 for me.
Okay, so I'll take 6 because I failed, right? So I take that full damage.
Yes.
Cool. All right. I'm not a fan.
All right, and that was its entire move. Y'all took that damage as it kind of wound up and then raced across the stage, bulldozing half of you. Then we move on to this giant centipede, which took a nasty hit from Benji. It's going to lash out 1 time on Benji with its poisony mandibles. God, the close-up picture of these things is horrific.
Oh! It took a hostile action against Benji. He needs to make a will save.
Is it a hostile action or is it an attack?
Yes.
Oh, whenever it tries to attack. Is trampling not an attack?
It's using an attack.
Oh, the target takes 2 mental damage anytime it uses a hostile action against the named creature.
Okay. It will take 2
Well,
damage.
it needs to take a will save, I think.
All right.
Yeah. Ooh,
That's-
I had shield up. Does
I
that
will allow it.
Does
I
shield
will allow the rules to be as they're supposed to be.
make...
Not for a saving throw, I don't think. Well,
but
it
you can
saves.
shield block the damage if you want.
I'm definitely going to shield block that damage. Well, I don't know. So, like, it'll take damage if it hits me, right?
It'll take damage regardless of whether it hits you.
Okay, cool.
So did it take
It
the 2
didn't
damage?
this time. It didn't
Okay.
take anything because it passed its save, unless it just automatically takes half. I don't know.
So
Gotcha.
Back to my centipede.
So for shield, you get a +1 to your AC, and shield has hardness
God,
5. You can take a reaction to block with it.
What is happening with my giant centipede window? There we go. Oh, you can turn things transparent by double-clicking them. Neat. All right, so the centipede next to Benji is going to make one attack. 23.
Yep.
I will need another fort save.
Ooh, I do not like making fort saves. All right, let's do it. Come on.
Nice.
You were just like, I'm the bestest boy. It's my special day.
Oh.
And your display of inspiring fortitude and the grievous wounds you have done to this particular centipede, it uses its last remaining 2 actions to flee back through the hole it came in. The centipedes are cowards.
Yeah. I want to.
So
What's like the By Felicia equivalent of bugs?
by Tinkerbell? I don't know.
By Tinkerbell.
I don't know. It's a famous bug.
Elvie, what does a big fat caterpillar say? And oh, that's good. Bye, Felicia.
Oh, God. I'm taking a hero point from chat.
Oh.
Igora, you're up, and then Avi, you'll be up next. Currently trying to not be smushed by a giant bug.
All right. Well, Igora is still okay for hit points. So, Igora is going to cast 2 actions on the Goliath Beetle in an attempt to draw its ire towards myself.
To yourself specifically.
To myself specifically, because Gama's not in range of it. You do not attack anyone.
Success.
Okay, so he'll take half the damage, which means he'll take 2 mental damage.
Okay.
And it has a -1 to attack rolls against creatures other than me.
Okay.
And then with my last action, Gama's going to take a belly bump on one of the flash beetles. And did I use my hero point to reroll my reflex save? I did not. So I will use my hero point on that strike. 23.
Hit, but not a crit.
4 points of sonic damage. 5 points. Oh, 24 because of Bard Song.
Okay. Still not a crit.
But 5 points of damage.
Yes, that you hear some lovely crunchy sounds off that impact on that beetle.
And then that's Igora.
All right. Okay, that brings us to Avi.
Okay.
Well, they don't have AO.
No, they don't. I'm just trying to decide where to move that I'm not going to get immediately fucked up. Because if I move to the back, I'm going to be followed. And if I move next to someone, I'm going to be trampled.
The centipede will... The centipede's not dealing that much damage, though.
Move on to Teacher Ott's shoulders.
He's bobbing and weaving too much, and plus there's
Bobbing
a few illusionary versions of him right now, so you're like, I don't want to fall through him.
Yeah, I guess if I'm going to get fucked up no matter what, I might as well... behind Ophelia, I guess. And then I might actually have to drop Needle of Vengeance just to do a little bit of damage. I'll do Phantom Pain on the big guy. And the Will's EC should be 18. I don't know why it's 14.
I think that's...
I will take your word for it. That's another will save.
Let me fix this.
19.
Well, it takes the full initial damage, but no persistent. So
what's the
that'll
full
be,
initial?
2d4.
5, not bad.
Mixed with Bard Song.
Called.
All right, so 6 in total then, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Okay. All right.
Oh, wait a minute.
All right, that brings us... I think that's everything for you, Avi?
Yep.
Okay. That brings us to this Flash Beetle that because he has taken damage, he is going to follow another script essentially. And his little back wings up, and there's a loud pop and a dazzling bit of light, much like an old flash bulb thing, and it's going to use Light Flash. So Gamma is going to need to give me a fort save.
Oof. Mm-mm.
So that's a critical failure because it's a 1.
Yeah.
Not actually, there's no critical
There's no
failure
crit
for
fail
this.
on it, though, so it's just
But you
dazzle.
are dazzled for 1 minute.
That's fine.
Now, does it
Dazzle.
flee
What's with
after
that?
this?
As I re-dazzled.
Yes, it does actually. The Flash Beetle books it out of here because it took some damage.
I flee, Sha.
Oh,
That brings us to Benji, and then Ophelia, you're up next.
okay.
All right. So my last turn, I cast a spell that did damage. So I'm going to use Arcane Cascade Stance. I think cantrips count for that ability. So we're going to go with that. So I'm going to enter the Arcane Cascade Stance for 1 action, and then I'm going to place. I've been waiting for this day. I'm going to place into my card Shocking Grasp. Because he pissed me off, so he gotta die now.
You've gone true Magus on us.
Oh, I'm giving the old school goodness.
The old school.
So I gotta roll to hit first because I'm gonna just spell strike. So I'm gonna throw the card. Oh, come on, hit, please hit.
Nice.
Oh my God, it's a crit.
Yeah.
29. 29.
That's a crit. Okay. Oh yeah, it's 29. But okay. This is so juicy. Okay, I gotta roll a lot of stuff. I gotta roll so much stuff now. Okay, so I'm about to do 2d4 plus 4d12 plus 4 damage. Okay, hold up. We're adults. We can figure this out. So it's 2d4 plus 4d12 plus 4.
Come on, max damage.
34 damage.
Nice.
Mm-mm.
Put Bard Song in there?
Bard Song? Yes, it's one of the 2s that I doubled to a 4.
Excellent.
Or one of the things I doubled for the 2 to be part of the 4. Oh, man. So it's 34.
I'm assuming this is at the big guy.
This is the big guy, yes. I am not wasting this on the flash bugs. No, I should have made that declaration earlier. So, I drop an Arcane Cascade Stance, get out a card, and I start, you see, lightning start to spark out of my eyes as I kind of, make a storm appear in my hand, put it into the card. I draw it back, and I'm just like, this is supposed to be my graduation day! And I throw the card at him, and it's just flickers until and then poof, Shocking Grasp goes off.
Truly, the heart of the cards was with you.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't mean to presume he's dead. I just got hyped, so I'm sorry. Yeah.
The card flies out, crackling trail of energy like a little mini shooting star of lightning, and it manages to find one of those little seams in the segmented plates of this giant beetle. And it flies in, and the card actually disappears from sight, and for a second you think, oh, it's a dud or something, or it fizzled or something. And then the bug explodes. And there is bits of chitin and those beetle legs and goop just sprayed all over. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, Benji and Ophelia, give me a reflex save to avoid bug goop.
Shield on. I wanna use a reflex. I wanna use my reaction to shield myself from the bug juice.
Oh my God.
Good.
Yeah, you're good. You're solid.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
All right, yeah, you guys managed to just out of the way the splats. And this was a big bug, so it's like someone threw a bucket onto the stage, a loud slap of goop.
Ugh.
But yeah, that was quite the hit, Benji. Goodness gracious, that was quite the hit. Ophelia, that's a hard act to follow. What do you got for us tonight?
That was beautiful. All right, we're gonna keep up Bard Song. We are going to All right, let's see. We're gonna cast. What's the? 100. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. We're gonna cast Ill Omen on our buggy friend.
Yeah. Beetle juice is a low-hanging fruit. Oh, sorry. My internet skipped out for a second. I missed what you said.
You went a little robot for me too, but I'm gonna hit the centipede with Ill Omen, and that is going to strike the target with misfortune, throwing it off balance, and it must attempt a will save.
Okay. Will save. Oh god, will on the giant centipede. Nope.
Alrighty. So when it makes an attack roll, it rolls twice and uses the worst result.
Okay.
And then, so that was one. And then I'm keeping Bard Song up. And then we're gonna forbid ward me against Centipede.
Okay. Giant centipede. Keep doing its tactics. It's just going to run over here and try and take advantage of the bit of flanking while we can. Well, that is 2 movements, so it doesn't have much left. Plus, the wind has gone out of these poor guys' sails. Mandible. Nope. Okay. Flash Beetle. Flash Beetle is just going to do a full round attack on Gamma. Mandible.
Miss.
15. Nope. Mandible.
Miss.
Nope.
These poor bugs. I almost feel bad.
Miss. Oh,
Yeah,
no, that's
I
a hit
don't.
flat-footed. That is a hit flat-footed. Gamma will
They
take
killed
it.
us like 3
Okay.
times. I have no mercy.
Yeah.
At that moment, you guys notice a whole lot of blood coming out of Igora's mask.
Ugh.
Oh.
That brings us to Igora, and then Avi, you'll be up next.
Is Igora down?
Oh no, I'm still
he
up. It's just
He took a sympathetic wound.
I'm bleeding. So here's what's going to happen. Gamma's going to belly bump the Flash Beetle. 21.
That definitely hits.
Oh, sorry, 22 for 7.
Hit but not a crit, so 7. Oh, that smushes it up against the wall. Crunch, squish, blah, blah.
And then Gamma's going to belly bump the Centipede. 12.
Well,
Actually, that might hit. Let me double check. No.
And a 7. That's me.
No.
Well, he tried.
Yeah. Avi, you're up next. Just the 1 centipede left
Just
after
the 1 centipede left.
the amazing strike from Benji.
You know, I'm real hurt. I might just 3-action magic missile and go for the full overkill.
Go for it.
So I'll roll 2 more d4. And it'll be +4 with Bard Song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Yeah.
You core that centipede.
I was not about to get ganked again. I only have 3 hit points.
Ooh. I was so close. I was going to do another trample. All right. So, yeah, you guys have it seems like either all the rest of the bugs throughout the hallway, though they seem to have injured a few people, have been either vanquished or driven back into their tunnels. Like a lot of the little bugs, especially once any large bugs nearby them seem to just hightail it out of there, or if they took any sort of damage. You do see in sort of the aftermath, there's sort of a calm that has come over the room now. You do hear a few people kind of like crying a little bit in pain and stuff, and other people, like voices trying to reassure them. You do notice Corday is now kind of walking amongst the insects, looking very intently at all the ones that are still behind. And you do hear her, actually, Benji and Ophelia and Igora. Give me a, where's Corday? Corday, here we go. Give me like a perception check, just to overhear what she's saying.
20.
Benji.
24.
Your doggy ears pick up that she's kind of musing out aloud to herself that this was very odd. Like, these bugs were working together. They were using like strategy and tactics together, and that isn't natural. Something was compelling these bugs, probably.
I definitely kind of whisper that to the group.
It sounds like she said that that excuse me.
You
Sounds like
guys,
she's saying the bugs don't do that.
you do notice Mafika and Zuma have like kind of you know what you do when you come to like a water slide that's one of the tubes. You kind of grab the top and like throw yourself in feet first. Zuma and Mafika have done that to chase after some of the bugs. You hear Mafika specifically saying, "You get back here, you clicking, clattering jerks." Something like that.
Stick it to him.
Teacher Ott, Tukula, insists that the initiatives, pardon me, the attendants should ensure that everyone made it outside safely. The auditorium before he heads back down. Go outside, check everyone's safe, and then you are dismissed. You can go back to the dormitories and rest. He assures you that the instructors and more experienced students of the Magambia will conduct a full investigation into the cause and the extent of this strange attack. I would, though, like everyone to give me a perception check.
Can I do it with discern secrets?
And
21.
Yes.
hey, there we
Oh,
go.
25.
Specifically, this is going to go to Avi. Something just kind of hits you now. Someone was very notably missing from the whole ceremony. Yes, Kiara was nowhere to be seen.
Little did we know, Kiara was the villain all along.
The Bug Queen.
I keep that to myself.
Do you guys want to head back to the dormitories right away?
No, actually, I want to talk to Corriday and get her theories, or at least knowledge about what type of bugs these were. Were they at least like native to the area?
You kind of actually just walk up to her and just get almost sort of like a little mini lecture that she's not even directing at you. She's just like talking to the air and musing out loud. She doesn't appear to have an inner monologue.
Every once in a while, I'll like ask her a question to try to steer the monologue in one direction or another.
And she's doing that thing like, it all makes sense now. All these insect attacks. This is not natural. There was no reason behind it, unless something was directing them, perhaps. Some outside force influencing them. Agitated them, yes.
But
Perhaps,
Who or what kind of outside force would want to do something like that to the Magambia?
I mean, one, the Magambia has plenty of detractors and people who don't like what we're doing here, but none that I can think of that have influence over insects, naturally. And two, we have so little information, it would be irresponsible to make any sort of conclusions now.
Of course. No, we can't have anyone pointing fingers. That would lead to all sorts of...
She just kind of wanders off in the direction of her lab, muttering to herself and kind of seemingly doing like calculations in the air or something.
All right. Well, then I will not personally go straight back to the dorms. I'm going to check in with civilians and make sure people are okay.
Basically everyone seems all right. The civilians actually managed to come out of it fairly clean because they were up in the wing of the stands where all the teachers were, and the teachers snapped to it right away to protect any of the civilians, their guests. A few of your fellow students had some nicks and some bruises, but everyone seems to have come out of it fairly well. They were, pretty coordinated. They had their own cadres. They've been here a little longer and they've trained together a bit longer. So, all in all, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. Am I the most injured person here?
Quite possibly, yes. Though, to be fair, this lovely, ancient, storied hall now has a whole bunch of huge gaping holes in the walls. Holes which you guys don't even have to go that close to see seem to go pretty deep.
These damn tunnels under this damn school.
You'd think a bunch of magicians and wizards and like strong forethinkers would have clogged that crap up by now.
I mean, it's midterms, man. They got work to do.
They send a couple
Oh, so true.
familiars down to make sure there's no trouble.
And then the chicken never came back up.
And that's how we lost Rocky. We named him Rocky, right?
I need my mount. I need my mount for later, please. Let's not murder the mount.
Oh, now you're the one saying we
A
should
different
protect the
tune
chicken.
is being sung.
It
I
was
like
kind
this
of
song
decided
better, though.
for me.
Does anyone else have anything else they want to do before we exit the hall?
I mean, aside from doing what they told us to make sure everyone gets out safe, and checking in on everyone, I think I'm just gonna dip out. I don't think there's anything else to worry about.
Have 16 health.
How much? Ooh.
16.
Very nice.
Just like.
Oh yeah, you got the heal spell. Oh, I love the heal spell. It's my favorite spell. I also love how it says necromancy in big letters.
It is
Necromancy is
technically
a perfectly
necromancy.
good school of magic. Just
It's
because
just
it's
a tool.
necromancy does not mean it's evil.
No, it's true. It's just the cowards over at Wizards decided to call it evocation because they were like, no, we don't want making people think it's evil. It's like
Such a strange... I never realized healing was evocation.
in 5e it is, and that's
Yeah.
only because in Pathfinder 1, 2, and D&D 3.5 it was necromancy.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people got like a little salty and butthurt that the only healing spell in the game was considered necromancy.
Now, hold on.
Interesting.
Are you saying you have a bone to pick with necromancy?
Oh, look, someone
Nice.
gave a correction. In 30 it was conjuration. Oh, my bad. Must be a 3.5.
That makes even
or
less
4.
sense.
I don't, man. I think
Conjuration.
it should just be divination, like not divination. Religion based. No, because then
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut up.
That's the issue.
I mean-
necromancy, it's the power over life. It's why healing is
Divine
necromancy.
spells still belong to one of the schools.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys emerge from the hall out into the sun. It seems like a wonderful day. It's a little past noon now because the ceremony did take a little while. There's, you see outside, there's quite a startled-looking catering staff. They were supposed to be a lovely reception out here after the ceremony with like snacks and everything, and now they've cleared chairs and tables for the wounded to be treated and everything, and for kind of shocked parents and stuff to kind of congregate outside. So the mood has been spoiled a tad.
I guess I would go find my mom. Ophelia would find her mom and kind of make sure she's okay.
The moment she locks eyes with you, she runs up and kind of does the face swoosh and starts turning her head every which way to make sure you're all right. Does compliment your mask, though. That's lovely, dear. It was wonderful to watch. I'm so proud of you, but oh my god, are you hurt? Oh my god, oh my god.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay, Mama. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I turned invisible as soon as things started.
Of course. Yeah. You're
I mean, I
best.
spent hours getting this ensemble together. I'm not letting a bug mess it up. Oh my god.
Oh, Mom, you have no idea how horrible all the bugs have been. There have just been so many bugs at the school. Did you ever have to deal with anything like this?
I mean, there was a camping trip once where... No, I'm not going to talk about that. That was weird. But no, we didn't. We never had problems like this at the school. I mean, there was a time someone turned themselves into like a living echo, but that was more weird than anything else. They weren't hurt or anything, and then they got turned back after like 2 days.
It seems
It was totally not my fault.
Of course it was, Mom. It would never be your fault.
Of course not.
It feels like there's a lot going on right now, and there's like tunnels under the school. Did you know anything about that?
I mean, there's always been rumors of, like, ooh, secret tunnels. It's a magic school. There must be like a magic room or something that you can get anything you want in or something. I don't know. But it's just all silly rumors, stuff you tell around the campfire while you're having some hot drinks with friends. But I've never seen anything like that. I didn't go through dusty tunnels. I had shows to work on.
Right, yeah, of course. And if there were any tunnels, I would never go in them. That's just stupid and gross. So
Give me a deception check.
You're absolutely going in those like tunnels. God, my brain cannot work.
Oh.
She kind of like leans in very close. Sweetie, light of my life, my beautiful singing cherub, are you lying to your mother right now?
Never, Mom, I would never do that.
Sweetie, your voice is doing that high-pitched thing.
What?
You're off key. You are off key when you lie. Do I have to get a room in the city and come by every few days?
Oh God, no! Oh my God! No, I promise I won't step foot in the holes.
I'm choosing to believe your promise, dear. I'm placing my trust in you.
Great, I love you very much.
I know, dear. I love you too. And she kind of gives you a big hug and wanders over to talk to one of the teachers.
Is my family still roaming, flapping around?
Yeah, they're flapping around in the air a little bit. A few of them have conjured like magical platforms for a few of them that had fainted from the shock, and they're like, "Oh, it'll be all right. I'll be all right."
I wave to them.
They flutter in, and I'll also do, the comforting hugs and everything. Like, oh, they form, like a little circle around you, and they'll have a little group hug.
Igora, if you want another group hug. She motions Igora over with the intention of like, I know for a fact Igora doesn't have any family here, and if he does, he probably doesn't want to talk to them, so he could have some of my family.
It's probably at that moment that you just see Igora right next to Shazari, just probably being like, drinks.
Actually, Igora, give me a perception check.
Drinks right now.
That's right.
And Gamma.
Okay. Don't worry about it. Shazari's gonna stick around with his cadre for a little bit, but he says, yeah, he'll come back to the dormitory. You guys should go and like rest or something, and maybe get out of your good clothes.
Yeah. What do you need, Avi?
Oh, I just wanted you to come over here, because maybe you wanted to do a bug or something.
Your family picks up on your vibe there, Avi, and they kind of take you with them as they flutter over, and essentially, Igor, you get like a little scarf of hugging bat people around your neck.
Thanks, guys.
That's so cute.
They're very fuzzy and a little warm.
I kind of like
from the Feywild
take
too.
like underneath my chin and like just cut my hands a little bit because I'm still dripping blood from my mouth.
Igor, have you not healed yourself?
I mean, you were more hurt, so I just kind of I was going to go patch myself up after.
One of the teachers just walks by and gives you a tap on the back of the head and heals you up.
That's fair.
Benji, was there anything you wanted to do, or did you want to just head back to the dorm?
Everyone's having nice family moments. If my pack, I guess, is still around, I definitely want to check in with them and Grandpa Bonojo and just kind of make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, Grandpa Bonojo. Oh, you handled yourself so well, my boy. I'm so proud of you. You protected your friends, and that your card trick was magnificent. I'm still seeing spots. He gives you a little scritch behind the ear.
Thank you, Grandpa. Thank you. Thank you. I was really glad you could be here today. I know you're an old dog, and the back hip isn't as good as it used to be, but it's great to see you. And glad to make you proud.
Nonsense, my boy. Of course I'd be here. Here, have a hard candy.
Oh, I love hard candies.
Yes, this one's bacon flavored.
Oh my God.
I'm losing my mind on the bacon flavor hard candy.
I know, they're so good. Your grandma says I shouldn't have so many of them. They're bad for my digestion, but...
Maybe what Grandma don't know don't hurt Grandma.
I mean, that's what I say, but she's the one in the family with the magical talent. I feel like she's always watching.
She's got the evil eye.
Benji going ham.
I
on
would
the
never. I will
streets.
never call that it to her face.
No, but we all know. We all know. We all see it. Your bacon's a little chewy though.
I mean, it's a work in progress.
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's hard, and then it's chewy.
A little salty too, but I like that.
It's very buttery. So, Grandpa Binojo, I was wondering, did you want to come see a show sometime? I might be making a show and he points that big theater that Ophelia and him went to like forever ago to see if they could do a show there. It's like I might be doing a magic show there, and if you could be there, if you can't, I understand you can't. It's just hard.
He takes one of your hands in his, and he looks you right in the eye, and wiggles his ears, and his tail slowly kind of wags. I wouldn't miss it for the world, my boy.
My little curly tail is like just losing its mind, going back and forth. And I just go, okay, I'll see you then.
Yes. Again, we're all so very proud of you. Pat. And he kind of wanders away.
Okay. And I'm just like, I start to frap. I'm just like a puppy running in circles, like no real direction. Just
He's got the zoomies.
I got the zoomies.
Zoomies.
I got the zooms.
Zoomies.
All right. Do you guys return to the dormitories at this point? Do you want to go grab some food from the tables?
I think once I see my family off safe and sound,
Yeah.
once, Nana Delilah's unfainted and up and ready,
Someone had some salts.
I have a certain somebody that I need to try to track down.
Okay. Where do you head to?
I guess I will try the dorms first.
Okay. Is anyone going to follow Avi, or are you guys sticking around?
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to head back to the dorm too. After talking to Mom, grabbing a snack, heading back. I want to change and check the dorm for bugs.
Okay.
I'm definitely do the same, but I don't want to get in the way unless you want company for this.
All right.
I don't need any company, but...
Igora, what are you up to?
Igora is literally, as you guys are walking back to the dorm, making their way to the outside of the campus to swim back to the dorm. Okay. I'm just going to switch back to the campus map so I can figure out the logistics of that. Well, there's the lovely... I'm just going north, and I'm going to take, like, the long
You're
way
taking, like,
around
the
via swimming.
long way.
I'd like to note that they don't actually mark on the big map of the campus where the building you guys were just in is.
I
Oh,
think
it's
it
right
was
here.
this one.
Tireless Hall.
Oh, the Tireless
And
Hall.
then
Okay.
Our
Yeah.
dorms
So-
are here, so instead of walking...
Well,
From
Will's heading to
here
the
to
north
here.
east, and he's going to try and, like, go quicker.
No, I haven't done my daily workout today yet.
You mean almost dying wasn't part of your daily workout?
No, it wasn't. If I
Okay.
don't continue,
Not you swimming several miles.
if I
Gotta
don't
swamble.
continuously work, if I don't continuously improve my body, I'm not going to be able to protect people, and that's
All right, Will, as you were climbing into the water up at the northeast corner there, give me a perception check.
and Gama is gone at this point because they need a break. 18.
For a second, as you are in mid, like, putting one leg into the water, you think you catch a shape, a figure standing on the opposite bank, like in the city around there, just standing there completely by themselves under a tree, so you can't make out who they are, what they even really look like or anything, but you get the distinct impression they're staring directly at you.
Yeah, it's probably Kiara, and then start swimming.
Seemed a little lumpier.
Oh.
So, the three of the rest of you return to the dorm, and it's just you guys. The rest of them have stayed back with their own cadres, and a few of them are indulging in some of the food that was out. So the dorm is possibly the quietest you've almost ever seen it, apart from like in the middle of the night or something. There is a like the sound of a door just gently kind of swaying in the wind.
I'll go check out the scary noise.
Do you want me to have somebody check out the scary noise for us?
No, that's okay. Save your spell slots.
You go down the hallway, and a strange sight kind of meets your eyes. The black rooster is kind of leaning against the wall, seemingly asleep just in the middle of the hallway, which is weird because you guys have never seen it outside of Igor's room without a specific purpose, and then it often returns or, goes straight to do something else. Here, it's just like slumped against the side of the wall, sleeping, like it's sort of just got, incredibly tired incredibly quickly and just.
Is he okay?
Can I do like a detect magic read aura?
Sure.
To see if there is some magical fuckery afoot?
You get the impression that this rooster has been magically put to sleep.
Oh.
And upon getting close enough to really examine it, you notice the sound that was being made was the door to Kiara's room just hanging open.
Oh. I peek my little nose in.
And Avi, you were the only one who has been in this room, right?
I've also been in the room.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Avi, you look in. The room is bare and empty. There is not a single bit of personalized furniture or accoutrements in the room. It's like when you first arrived at the campus and the room was empty.
Well, maybe she went back to the jungle. She says she does that every once in a while.
Give me a quick perception check.
23.
There is one thing you find in the room. Just sitting on the lovely folded and cleaned up bed is a beautiful kind of pink lotus flower. Actually, pardon me, not pink, kind of goldeny yellow.
Can I detect magic read aura on that?
Yeah, you think this is possibly produced with a low level like druid cantrip. This is just like produce, flowers or something.
Could I possibly make any kind of either nature or maybe society check to know if that specific flower has any kind of meaning?
Sure. Give me a nature check. Just with your basic knowledge of the expanse and everything, this is not a native flower. You think it might, you're not sure because you didn't roll quite high enough, but you think it might be native to like Tien.
What are you doing all the way out here? Well, I don't have any magic that could send anything to her, so I don't know. I guess I could ask Teacher Ott to shoot her a sending. But it's worrisome, right? That our whole dorm is just emptied? I mean, you saw it, right, Ophelia? With all the wall hangings and the lights and the...
It was extravagant, if anything. I hope she's okay.
Me too.
Maybe the ceremony was too much for her.
She wasn't at the ceremony, actually.
She wasn't?
No, I looked around and I didn't see her, which I thought was kind of weird because, like, she was emceeing the other event, so it seems strange that she wasn't at this one. But, I guess if she didn't want to be here anymore and didn't want to say goodbye, that's her prerogative, I guess.
Sure, I'm gonna miss her.
Yeah.
And on that note, I would like to announce we are done with Chapter 2 of the Book 1 of The Strength of Thousands, Kindled Magic. And next week, we are going to be able to launch into Chapter 3, Stone Cast Shadows.
Ooh.
Are we level 3?
Pardon? Yes, you guys are now leveled up to level 3.
Yay!
I'm going to double check that, make sure I am not...
No, it's too
You
late.
said
You already
it,
said
can't
it. We're
take it
level
back.
3.
Yeah, you reach 3rd level upon completing your first masking and fighting off the insect attack.
Yay!
Also, remember, you guys do have these masks, and as mentioned in the ceremony, you have a decision before you whether or not you choose to make this part of your like everyday outfit, as if you're going to really own this persona that you create with this mask, or if it's something more private that it's game face time.
It's time to
Sending you to the Shadow Realm.
Level 3.
my shocking grasp.
All right, but everyone, thank you so much for coming out to tonight's episode of The Strength of Thousands AP. Don't forget to check out our many other shows here on the channel, like The League of Amazing Adventurers on Wednesday, The Calling Chronicle on Friday, and some bonus streams throughout the week, possibly Minecraft tomorrow, and then when we do Among Us again, I will be sure to tell folks that we're doing Among Us again. All right, but thank you all so much for coming, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
guys.
Bye.